John, you should have done the iCarly intro where he goes 5, 4, 3. Can't say the 2 and the 1 just in case you pick it up. Freddie was a pro.
That's from Wayne's World. Thank you very much.
Hey, don't you talk bad about iCarly.
It was great, but that was from Wayne's World. They stole it from Wayne's World.
They did not.
This is the longest intro ever.
Well, you know.
We did have some dongle issues tonight, so.
Tons of problems tonight. Charlie?
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting that I'm not.
You're
the host now. Sorry.
You're the guy now, man.
Hey, you gotta watch all these trailers that I haven't watched a bit. Okay, go watch trailers, guys. Welcome to the Five Live Bears podcast. I am the host, apparently. No, y'all know me. I'm Charlie. John is at Master Control. Tim is here in the captain's chair, and as always, Salty Brian being salty.
Salty Brian has got a haircut tonight, though. That's what makes him even saltier.
That's
than
why he's
usual.
salty.
Yes, yes. So in about 5 minutes, I'm probably just going to throw the microphone away and walk it up and walk out.
Are you going to yell "sick 'em, son" when you do it? Please tell me, "Sick 'em, son."
Yeah. We start talking about dongles
Look,
again.
too many technical difficulties. Don't beat up the equipment. Okay,
Yeah, just gently push it away.
gently push the microphone away.
I almost did it when John kept messing around with it, but that's how it goes.
So tonight on Five Live Bears, other than talking about our dongle issues, we are going to discuss the
several
crop of
dongles.
new trailers that just came out this week.
Have
all
you
the
noticed
trailers.
on ESPN 680 they have been doing dongle issue commercials?
No one here watches ESPN besides you.
What about the Ocho? I missed the Ocho. Never mind. Let's move on.
Thank you, Brian.
You're welcome.
Thank you for moving us along.
Yeah.
So we're going to be discussing the new trailers that came out this week. I guess first and foremost, let's talk about the top, the one that I just...
You didn't even mention that Aaron's on the podcast also.
Well, due to technical difficulties, we weren't sure if he was or not.
I was going to say, Aaron, will you start us off with the trailers this week? But since Tim had to step on my toes.
No, it's cool. You were like, oh, here's John, here's Tim.
Tim's the host next week.
I am not.
Hey, can we do like Melrose Place where it's and special guest Heather Locklear, just say and special guest Aaron every episode?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you look like Heather Locklear?
Well, you can't see me, so sure.
Aaron went John Cena on us.
That's right. You can't see
So
me.
this episode, we are going to talk about the new trailers that came out. We are going to go full Aaron and talk about these trailers.
Never go full
Aaron, start us off on the trailers.
We'll go with the weakest one. So we'll go with Infinity War.
What?
It looked terrible. It looks like
Oh, my
boring.
gosh. Goodbye, Aaron.
We're having technical
Okay.
difficulties.
Thanks for joining the podcast.
Yeah.
Gosh, sarcasm. Okay.
No.
Not with that
It's
one.
hard to pick up over the Texas line.
Yeah. But yeah, this looks fantastic. Every time I watch it, I get chills at the end. It's just great.
If only Spider-Man would have been like, spiders.
That would have been great.
Have you ever actually watched a trailer and got chills?
Star Wars Episode 8.
When you're watching the episodes, Aaron, do you have chills and they're multiplying?
Yeah, but I'm not seeing it tonight.
Oh,
man.
Put his foot down. Let me just say the absolute best part of the trailer is at the very end where Thanos is about to punch Captain America in the face and he catches his fist. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna die.
I like the very end when he's like, "Oh, we're using our made-up names."
Oh,
that was great.
Yeah. He's like, what's your name? My name's Peter. What's yours? Doctor Strange.
Oh, we're using our made-up names. Then I'm Spider-Man. So, Aaron, so you said that you are a fan. You're going to be watching this Infinity War. I take it.
Yeah, and it's amazing how it's coming up very soon, April 27th. It's just right around the corner. So
It's a little over a month away.
Yeah, so super excited for that.
So, Brian is probably our number one Captain America fan in the room. Are you excited for this film? Are you excited for disheveled Captain America and his fist catching abilities?
Absolutely. I was saddened to hear that Chris Evans has said Avengers 4 will be the last for him. So
Spoiler.
Well, I mean, when they
but he can still be in the universe, but he just said that's his last movie,
And Harrison Ford said he'd never do another Star Wars movie again, and they backed up that
true.
truck full of cash to his house,
That's
and
true.
everything was fine.
That's true. Maybe that's what Chris.
John, what was your favorite part of the trailer?
Oh, hey, John, welcome to the podcast.
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Glad to
just
have you.
well, what we're doing this evening is I'm messing around with a new piece of equipment over here. I'm trying to figure out whether or not.
Dude, dog.
Oh my gosh, you all just cannot stop, can you? You can't stop. You just can't do it. There's just no way you can stop.
Is that like Night at the Roxbury? Like,
Don't stop me now.
Anyway,
Gonna have a good time.
I'm messing. We got a new iPad that we're trying to record on this evening, so I'm more interested in making sure it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. And
we're just into having fun, John. That's what we're all
yeah, I
about.
know. I'm hearing y'all, and I'm trying to make sure everything.
So,
We'd like to include you.
I haven't sat in a chair in like 2 weeks, so I'm a little bit.
did you watch the trailer, John?
Did I watch it? Yes, I did. I watched it about 4,000 times. I even wrote an article on the blog about it this week.
Did you post it?
I did post it. I did post a blog.
You didn't compare
article.
it to Justice League, did you?
No, what I said was
Or The Last Jedi.
no. Here's what I said, and I posed the question, and we'll talk about it a little bit later. I said, is the trailer for?
Oh yeah.
Is the
I
trailer
responded.
for Infinity War better than the entire Justice League movie? That was the big question this week.
You saw
Still
my
haven't
comment
watched
to
it.
that post. I hope.
Do what?
Justice
I hope you
League?
saw my comment to that
I hadn't
post.
even been back on there since I wrote it.
Justice League is so good.
Well, but here's I haven't watched it since, so I can't say
Yeah,
that.
John might like it again.
Yeah, I may actually like it.
Hey, it's
No,
not that bad, guys.
That's not too bad.
To me, the thing about the Infinity War trailer, now that that we've seen trailer 1 and 2, I'm talking about trailer 2, is I don't believe that there has ever been a movie trailer besides maybe the one for The Force Awakens that has gotten me so hyped about seeing a movie, because the trailers are basically 2-minute movies in and of themselves.
Yeah.
They do such a great job of showing you where they're going to go and how they're going to do it. And of course, they mix things up and they flip things around and they play sleight of hand, on what's going to happen and when and where. But these things are amazing. And I honestly believe that the trailers, both of them put together, for Infinity War is better than the entire Justice League movie. I said that straight up. And I can't wait to see this movie. It's going to be incredible.
Tim, since you love trailers more than anybody else in this room, are you mad at how much they're showing, or do you think that there's a lot to be revealed still?
I think if I was not familiar with the storyline already, I might be like, man, this is a lot of spoilers going on here. But since I'm already so familiar with the story that it's kind of like I'm enjoying the ride. It's I think seeing the whole mashup of the character, like this trailer, we got to see the Star-Lord and Tony Stark interaction, and like stuff you've been like excited and ready for, and you're getting to finally see all these characters on scene together, like with the Spider-Man and Doctor Strange interaction and stuff. I think it's just, even if the trailers are a little bit spoilery, like you see Vision's stone getting ripped out of his head,
And me with him wearing the hat.
it's a toboggan meme I sent earlier. But
We have to post that on the blog, John.
even with all the spoilers, I think that there's just so much going on that's non-spoiler that you're just really enjoying the trailer.
Now, Aaron, let me ask you a question, and we're going to wrap up this topic because we got so much to discuss tonight. But in less than 5 minutes, giving you a 5-minute time frame, what are your predictions about the surprise characters from the Fox merger, or the possible merger?
You're spoiling what's going to happen
Sorry,
next
that's
episode.
This is Aaron's next episode.
So we got them planned.
This is next episode, man.
We call this teasing then.
Okay,
yeah.
well then,
As long as
we have no
your 5
double
minutes is up. Okay, so
Give it a teaser.
no.
I think there's 3 big characters they have not shown yet in any of the trailers.
Can we not discuss this next week?
It's teasing it.
Next week.
He's
I mean,
teasing.
Next-
next
Next episode we will go over who those 3 characters are.
As long as
It'll be
there's
great.
Okay,
as long as
so
there's no double
as-
So real quick, my favorite part of the trailer was when Gamora snapped her fingers, because that's a reference that's up in the comic books, and that's really cool.
Aaron, you just went full Aaron on us.
I went
think
full
my-
Aaron.
my favorite
Well,
part of
basically,
the
what
trailer.
she's describing in the comic books, Thanos actually does in the comic books.
My favorite part of the trailer is there's this scene where you can see on the left corner of Black Panther's shoulder, there's this tiny smidge of something, and that's a lead in to what's going to happen in Infinity War Part 2. I'm so excited for that.
Are you-
Thought you were going to say it was Ant-Man's guts or something. It's on his shoulder.
No, John would be applauding that part because he hates
I saw
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man die, and it was the most amazing thing ever. I hate Ant-Man.
Why is John Snagglepuss for all of a sudden?
It's stage
Suffering succotash. I can't believe that.
Okay, so who next trailer, Aaron? What are we going with next?
So we'll talk about Deadpool 2.
I have not watched it yet, but go ahead and spoil it for me.
Oh, I have. I watched it the other night.
It's less funny than the other one, but it's more like a story based, and
I thought it was pretty funny. Well, I mean, less funny than the other trailer. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah. Well, the other trailer was top notch. Yeah.
yeah, and it's be sure to show it to your kids. It's family appropriate.
Brian, have you watched the Deadpool 2 trailer?
Not the most recent one. No.
Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll watch it, and then we'll have our own little mini podcast
That sounds
about something
good.
that we watched.
The
I'm still
Deadpool
on
2
the bar
trailer,
glass one.
it introduces a lot of the new characters in it. It kind of sets up the whole basis of what the plot is.
X-Force?
Yeah, he does say it X-Force, and they say, isn't that kind of redundant? And he lies. He goes, yeah, or something like that. It's typical Ryan Reynolds stuff. But the whole plot is that Cable's come back to destroy a young mutant, and Deadpool is assembling a team to help protect the young mutant. We don't know who the young mutant is yet.
Is it Baby Cable?
No, it's whoa. It's like a
Aaron's like, I've got the young mutant in my house.
shh, I'm on this team. It's like a 10-year-old. No offense to anybody listening. It's like a 10-year-old.
If you have to say no offense, then don't say it.
It's a 10-year-old chubby kid.
Okay, never mind.
Oh, my
We can still make fun of chubby kids. It's fine.
But and like
I haven't really been paying a lot of attention because I'm trying to figure this thing
Yeah,
out.
got your
And all of a sudden I hear Chevy Kid, and I was like, what?
that's the trailer. Like they're protecting this kid. And Aaron, who did you speculate that it is?
I think it might be Proteus, which is this little kid that can manipulate everything.
It's more of a dog. It's child.
Yeah. A lot of people think it might be a character named Gold Balls from the comic book. It does look like him. And there's another character named Butterball. It could be. That is an actual X-Man, I promise you.
I think you're lying. I'm going to Google that.
How much money you want to bet me?
I don't have any money to bet, Aaron, but
Okay.
What was his
Gold balls.
What was his name
Gold
again?
Balls.
That's a stupid name.
Well, that's his power is to create gold balls.
Oh gosh. I thought it was Oh
Guess it's done.
man, this is second week in a row that we've completely lost
It
control.
reminds me of Goldmember from Austin.
yes.
I want to definitely go. How about no?
Oh wow.
Yep, for real. Gold Balls, Fabio Medina is a fictional comic book superhero appearing in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Who thought that was a good idea?
Let's see here. First appearance, Uncanny X-Men Volume 3,
It was,
2012.
so-
Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah.
Ability to project golden balls from skin.
Okay, well, good.
Right.
Good.
But
Good.
the Deadpool trailer.
He's from San
Diego. What?
Diego.
Why did you like San Diego? Something bad happened there.
Well, I mean, it seems kind of too on the nose. Anyway, so
I don't even know how to take that.
I know. He is dragged into limbo during Dormammu's attempt to kill the X-Men
Dormammu.
Yeah.
I've come to bargain.
with gold balls.
Next
So
trailer.
Off the rails.
they're trying to protect him.
We gathered that.
Domino's in it pretty prominently in this
Yeah.
trailer. She's pretty good. You kind of see flashes of the other team members, but you don't get a really good look at them, which I think is going to be part of the fun part of this movie. Is just the introduction of all the other characters from this universe.
All right,
But it looks like a good movie, though.
Aaron,
And just real quick, they're hinting that there's a super secret cameo in this movie also. My guess is it's going to be Thanos because Brolin plays both characters. So I think there's going to be some type of Thanos joke in the movie.
Well, that'd be kind of funny.
that would be good. That would be interesting.
Now that everybody owns everybody.
Well, they're working. We'll We'll discuss this more in the next podcast, Tim. Don't ruin it.
Hey,
Don't ruin it.
I
Aaron,
can ruin it if I want to.
Aaron, next podcast, bud.
next trailer.
Yeah, sorry, podcast trailers. I think.
We'll talk Cloak and Dagger very briefly because I know most of y'all didn't see the trailer. Did you see it, Tim?
I have not.
I saw the trailer.
Oh, Charlie's.
Yes, because I like the. I can't think of. There's only one TV comic book show that I don't like. So I mean, I'm ready to see it. I can't wait to see it.
Cloak and Dagger is that old movie with Dabney Coleman.
Dabney Coleman, yeah.
Yeah.
Dabney Coleman, yeah.
I love that movie.
That was a great movie. This
John,
is
did you watch that one?
Which one's that?
Cloak and Dagger when we were kids with Dabney Coleman, the kid.
He was Action Jack.
No.
It was like the kid's imaginary friend.
It was on
Yeah.
TV
I
like
didn't watch
every
it.
day.
You
saw
watched it.
No, I didn't.
Anyway,
The-
so Aaron,
There was the old lady that had the 3 fingers.
Oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I don't remember it.
Sorry.
All right.
Cloak and Dagger trailer.
I think it looks pretty good. It doesn't look terrible. We'll see.
What's-
You know,
So the plot is basically there are these two kids that don't really know each other very well. They go to school together, and they both have powers, but they find out when they get together, their powers are increased.
Well, isn't that like on isn't that the same way they do it on Sean Fox? I can't think tonight.
Gifted.
The
Yeah,
Gifted,
kind of like
yeah.
Gifted, but it also
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
looks
yeah.
like Hancock a little bit. So I mean, it's interesting because there's
It's
one
a
point
TV
like-
show, right?
Yeah, but they say something.
Yeah,
to the effect,
it's on Freeform.
Yeah, on the trailer they say even though we're stronger together, it's like the universe is trying to tear us apart.
Oh, so that's why you think Hancock?
Yeah, kind of basically they
That's such a weird movie.
weird movie, but better than it should have been. But yeah, I'll watch it. I'm looking forward to it. Brian,
Aaron-
do you have any interest in watching Cloak and Dagger?
No,
With what little time you have, that's not going to edge out any of your Gas Monkey Garage time.
no,
right?
absolutely not.
I'm not. Hey, it's a great show. I'm not mocking.
I'm
Gas
not
Monkey
knocking it, but I'm knocking it.
Why does she?
No, I'm really not. It's
Is that a
great show.
glowing knife she has?
Aaron,
they're
what are their powers?
like like not force crystals, but
Is it like
like
a kyber
power-
crystal?
Kind of, yeah.
Is that the, is that the same? Why is he in a ditch?
are you watching the trailer?
Yeah, I'm watching the trailer right now as we're talking.
It looks like at the beginning it takes place during Katrina and when she was a little girl, her car went off the cliff and he dove in to save her, and then that's when the accident happened.
Is it the same
And
girl
that's why
from The
they're
Gifted?
connected.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
but it's same hairstyle.
Oh.
They have the same stylist,
Is-
I'm sure.
Is he bad?
No,
Why is he got the smoke stuff?
that's his power.
That's his
So that's
I don't know anything.
their powers.
I don't know anything.
They're
about it.
light and darkness. She does like light daggers that she can throw, and he can teleport into the dark dimension and take anything with him. And
So like Doctor Strange.
no, totally different. He has a cloak that he can pull stuff into and teleport.
He doesn't need
It's-
an amulet, and he cannot.
It's actually
make,
like a whole dimension inside his cloak and everything.
and he can't make random beers appear.
I'm gonna make time for that one.
Yeah.
That's like Agents of Shield.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nope. I'm good.
Agents of Shield, real quick. Agents of Shield.
It's
They're
over.
they're talking about may finally actually be over.
Thank God.
They are
I
filming.
mean, it was over season
they are
one.
filming this season as if this is their last season, even though it's not. It still does have the possibility of continuing. But this season, they did go up into space, into the future, and they have to learn from whatever happened there how to save the past.
but okay.
I didn't watch any of it, but that's just what the trailers have
Isn't
told
that
me.
what Legends of Tomorrow do?
A little bit. Speaking of Legends of Tomorrow, the Constantine is joining the cast full time
Uh-huh.
next season. Which, if I hadn't already abandoned the show, I may have picked it back up, but I have no desire to.
Yeah, it's
not.
even though Constantine's awesome, and he was
Yeah.
the actor was great as the character.
Yeah, because you were a big fan, right, John, of Constantine?
Oh yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, so he's joining the Legends of Tomorrow.
John does not like Constantine more than he hates Legends of Tomorrow. Am I right?
I hate that show.
Yes.
I hate for Legends.
I absolutely despise that show.
So-
Who
Aaron-
is the cast now on that?
People.
I couldn't even tell you.
It's Rip Hunter and
Half of Firestorm.
I don't think he's even half on there. I haven't watched it. I can't.
Wally
speak.
West is on there now.
Yeah.
The Kid Flash.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like Barry Allen for some reason.
Barry Allen. Sarah's still on there. Adam, Brandon Ruth is still on there.
Well, good. That's
Sorry.
awesome. Is it still the same camera operator? Is it?
Dang.
Do they have a different?
So sorry.
Do they have different craft service people, or is it the same ones?
They have the same gaffers.
Good. That's because
Oh, this is my next question. Are the grips still?
best boys.
Jim's still a grip?
I used to mispronounce that word all the time when I was a little
Gaffer?
kid. Yeah.
Best.
Not best boys.
So, Aaron, what is the next trailer we're going to discuss?
Final trailer is.
Oh, we got 2 more minutes to kill, Aaron. It's not the final trailer.
Okay,
We'll
well,
make some
I'll
stuff up.
find some more trailers.
No,
in the
this,
meantime.
we are going to talk about this trailer
Yes.
in detail. Brian
No,
has
we
been
are not.
ready.
Okay.
Brian has been ready.
You
But
should
this
see-
trailer has me almost as excited as Infinity War, and that would be Cobra Kai.
That's right.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Dumpster fire level, John?
Whoa.
Oh, I don't know, man. I hated Karate Kid when I was a kid.
Oh.
I despised those movies.
Did you watch the trailer where it reveals that he is the villain, like in the old Karate Kid? Like,
Yes, I've
He's-
seen that.
yeah, they gave a very good argument on why he is the villain, and Johnny's
Ralph
actually
Macchio is the
Yes.
villain.
They did it like in the original, not the new trailer. There's like a fan trailer, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it's more like a synopsis of basically it gives every point how he is the villain and Johnny is actually the hero of the film.
I don't care.
I think you'll enjoy it because
I don't.
it makes fun of the movie a whole lot. I think
Because
you'll
Ralph
enjoy it.
Macchio is
Well,
the
if
worst.
it makes fun of the movie, then I'm totally in. But I did not like Karate Kid as a kid. And I was no.
And you were the age group for it.
Yeah,
it
I know.
Was, it
I
was
just-
Now I
directly-
gotta admit, I was a Karate Kid fanboy. We had the headbands.
Yes.
Aaron, did you have
You
the
didn't.
headband?
Oh,
You did,
yeah.
right?
He's your brother. How could
I
you not
couldn't
know?
remember if it was
Okay.
his or mine, or if we shared, or if it was some neighbor kid that we
I mean,
stole
I
it
don't
from.
really-
Some other kid randomly showing up.
some
with
neighbor
a
kid y'all crane kicked.
Like-
Took his headband.
Let's try this.
Man, everybody was doing the crane kick back then. Everybody in the neighborhood, everybody just crane kick, crane kick, crane kick. It was crazy.
But like as a kid, it was. I mean, besides John, it was a fantastic movie.
Yes.
But like now when I watch it when I'm older, man, the Karate Kid, Ralph Macchio, Danielson is annoying and whiny, and I like even
I wanted to keep calling him Tommy Lasorda.
Tommy Lasorda.
Oh, we should make that trailer
Tommy Lasorda is the Karate
where he's
Kid.
Peyton Miyagi's fit. Tommy Lasorda.
Did you see him doing a crane kick?
oh, but like go watch Karate Kid 1 and Karate Kid 2. He's just whining the whole time, and Mr. Miyagi's got to be thinking to himself, "You are the biggest."
Well, Mr. Miyagi had post-traumatic stress disorder anyway, and he was a violent alcoholic. So,
Well,
I mean,
if
he
you
beat
go back,
the crap out of 4 kids. Yeah, they were bullies, but still,
Mr.
he's a grown
Miyagi.
man.
Wasn't that number 2?
That's the first
That's the
one.
first one.
The second one's where he gets super drunk.
Mr. Miyagi is actually the.
I'm gonna take your word
the
for it 'cause I never
focus
saw
of
the
both
second
those
one either.
movies. You never saw the second Karate Kid?
No.
So Karate Kid 2 is one of those rare movies that I think is better than the first one. Like I love that
It would
movie.
have to be. It would definitely have to be
It is
better.
nowhere near as good as the first one.
Oh,
It has got to be one of the most boring films.
Are you
in the history of all
serious?
mankind. Once again, kind of like John, and we've never discussed this. This was not pre-planned. Karate Kid 2 bored me to tears. Like the only but let's backtrack a little bit here. My 2 least favorite movies from childhood are 2 of the most loved movies of everybody else's childhood. I hate Neverending Story.
Son of a.
And I hate Drop Dead Fred. I hate both of those
I'm
films.
okay
No,
with
but
that.
nobody likes Drop Dead Fred except for my wife.
You mentioned no people at work just go, like, "That's the greatest movie." That was one of the worst movies. God, I hate that movie.
Brian, Karate Kid 2.
Oh, yeah, saw it multiple times.
See,
Is it because you
The
love
thing they were
Peterson?
rubbing with the little
yeah,
balls on it.
the little
That was
like
actually gold balls.
Oh, golden balls,
Those
yeah.
gold balls. Yeah, it was
That,
his
that was
first.
that was a dramatic scene. So, it was,
no.
yeah.
When the like hurricanes hitting and the big log falls on the other dude and Mr. Miyagi comes out there and you're like, this is Mr. Miyagi's chance to kill him, and he karate chops the log and breaks it in half.
I mean, there's just
Man,
I quote that scene all the time. I do, where he's like, "I have no nephew. You're dead to me." You know, it's just
do you
fantastic.
say that to your nephews?
Yeah. all the time.
Anyways, I didn't realize there was such Karate Kid 2 hate.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Wow, John's never even seen it.
We kind of shed some light on.
I've
some
never
things
seen
tonight.
the full thing.
Wow.
Anyways,
And here's the reason I really hate the movie. Really, really, really hate it.
oh no, you don't like this song?
This is one of the most god awful songs.
Oh
ever
my
written.
gosh.
What is wrong with you?
Tim and I are doing our own Karate
Charlie.
Kid podcast.
Charlie.
Wow.
Do you know how many failed marriages from the 80s had that as their song?
Wow.
I would, they say like 50% of marriages end in divorce. 100% of marriages that had that song in it ended in divorce.
Man, we've gone full bitter. And I thought I was the
Whoa.
salty one tonight.
Man.
Brian, I'm not really this bitter. I'm just trying to lift you up.
Oh.
As my brother, I'm lifting you up.
Oh man.
Okay,
So,
so before we get into the trailer,
So you guys
though,
should love
Well,
the trailer
actually-
then.
before we get into the trailer, let's go ahead and take a quick break, a quick commercial break to switch out the camera, and we'll be right back to discuss more of a movie that these guys
we'll
love.
actually
and me and John
discuss
hate.
the trailer.
Charlie, you're dead to me.
He really kicked him out. Got some new grooves.
Some new bumper music, right?
Back from the break music.
Okay, I just watched the end of Karate Kid 2 with my son, and it's still fantastic.
It's in between the commercial
We
break.
just pulled it up on YouTube. We pulled up the final scene. I told him it was the most violent scene in movie history.
Live or die, man.
Live or die, man.
Wait, John, you're laughing. You did see it, didn't you?
Oh,
You did see it.
repressed memories.
I'm just laughing at you all.
See, you go open John's closet. He opens up. It's got this whole Karate Kid 2 shrine.
I don't think so.
Hey, Tim,
Hey, Aaron.
I think we need to make Charlie watch the Karate Kid episode of Community.
Okay, I'll force him.
It'll
don't-
change his opinion about Karate Kid.
I don't like Community.
Different discussion for a different day.
Yeah, different discussion.
All right, so go, Charlie.
So I was going to say, since I just watched the trailer, and I'm interested to see this show. Number one, it's not going to be 4.5 hours long like every other Karate Kid film was. Number two,
It's a
it
TV
looks-
series, right?
Yeah, it looks comical.
Yeah.
It looks funny. Hopefully, it is funny. We'll see. I'll be watching it. John was already a no on that, but watch the trailer. It's better than you think it's going to be.
Now, is it like a? Whoa, sorry, my bad.
Right.
Is it like a? You said the trailer is funny.
It's like a dude still living in the 80s.
So is it like the Chips movie type?
No.
Johnny's life has not turned out the way he wanted it to. He
because of
ends up
LaRusso.
having to, because of losing the tournament. He ends up having to see Tommy Lasorda and at his car lot that he has, and gets made fun of by him. He's out in front of a pawn shop for some reason. Some kids are picking on another kid, which is going to turn out to be Danny's son, Daniel's son, and he beats the crap out of him.
Like Mr. Miyagi did.
Like Mr. Miyagi did with him and his buds. And so he opens Cobra Kai Dojo up again, and Daniel's trying to make sure that doesn't happen, but there's one point where basically Johnny says, I'm going to teach you all to beat people up like you should have learned how to do your entire lives, but your generation won't let you. So it's going to be
kinda
social
like-
commentary, but it looks like, not like, cheese the 80s.
It's kind of like
just,
if they redid the first Karate Kid, but
Johnny's Miyagi.
Yeah, Johnny's Miyagi, but he's a total jerk.
See, I don't see him as a total jerk. I mean, he just because he had a beer in his home, Tim. I know it's anti-Southern Baptist,
Gracious.
but people, just because someone drinks alcoholic beverage does not mean they're an alcoholic and going to hell.
That's
So-
not what my mother said.
Well, never mind. If your mom said that, it's got to be true. Brian, you are looking forward to Karate Kid the TV series.
Yes, I am. I mean, it was like it immediately changed. I watched that trailer and I immediately changed how I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
And I was like, oh, now I want to see LaRusso get crane kicked in the first 5 minutes of it just because of his.
he deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
character-wise.
I almost feel like whoever's making it, which I think is William Zabka's like one of the big pushers of
Well,
it.
after he had that big push from How I Met Your Mother,
I loved him in How
he
I
was
Met You.
great.
He was
Yeah.
fantastic in it.
he played himself in How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
Barney befriends him because he's William Zabka.
And Barney thinks he's the true hero of the film. But anyways,
And I agree.
I think that there is a group of people around our age now that have rewatched The Karate Kid and all kind of have that feeling that Daniel LaRusso is a jerk in the movie and deserves his comeuppance.
Now, let me ask a question that's going to sound like I'm trying to be a jerk or funny. I'm not.
Well, I mean, you already were just like 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
Well,
ooh.
yes, I was funny 5 minutes ago, Tim. Bazinga.
What are we doing?
I say it just to annoy you. But do you think
John, are you ready to pull the plug on this podcast?
if Ralph Macchio had have been a better actor, that Daniel wouldn't have looked like as much of a jerk? I'm not kidding. I'm serious. Because, I mean, everything he did was, I'm from New York. I'm from New York, everybody. I'm from New York. That was his character in the first
Can I
Karate
hear
Kid.
John, do your Karate Kid.
What?
John, do your New York accent.
Do your Karate Kid
I don't have a New
impersonation.
York accent.
Come on.
You have an accent.
Come on.
Save Mr. Miyagi painting this fence.
No, I refuse to marginalize people according to their accents.
I hear you. I'm sorry. I apologize.
I can't say anything, man. We're from Louisville, Kentucky. I mean, we sound like we're from Louisville.
But we're not trying to sound like we're more from Louisville on this podcast.
We're not overdoing our
we're
Louisville
not.
accent.
Nah, it always comes out as a Boston accent when I do it. So,
I got you.
Forget about it.
yeah.
So So go ahead.
So, Tim.
No, Aaron was trying to say something.
Aaron, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think the show knows that Daniel was the kind of a jerk in all three movies. And so, yeah, this is him getting his comeuppance. And to answer your question about whether it's because Ralph was a bad actor or not, the script has him doing all kinds of horrible things, like where he, sprays the water on them when they're dressed as skeletons. And in the third movie,
But in his defense, they were using illegal drugs, and he was just trying to be being a nice guy.
This is true. I got to think about this.
What were we going to say, though? Finish your thoughts.
I'm totally outside on this entire conversation.
No, I was saying that the script, though, Ralph was repeatedly or Daniel was a jerk repeatedly throughout all three movies.
So you don't, even if it was a good actor, he still would have been a jerk.
Yeah, he's still kind of a punk.
Yeah. So in the trailer, I feel like Johnny is in so many ways is the new Mr. Miyagi, but he's like the Mr. Miyagi for a new generation. And I think it's so great that they make, even though Daniel is still kind of the good guy in the trailer, they do a good job of painting him to still look like a total jerk, like a total idiot. Like this is Bonsai car dealership where we're chopping prices. And he goes up there and he's like, oh, is this the dude you crane kicked or you kicked his butt? And he's like, well, technically I kicked him in the face. So I mean, Daniel still looks like a total idiot in it. So when I first heard they were rebooting this, redoing this, I was just like, eh. But this trailer was actually the best trailer that kind of hooked me a little bit.
So, any more trailers you got for us, Aaron?
There was a trailer that came out for my favorite movie, Tag, and I was disappointed to find out it was a different Tag movie.
It's funny that you said that because I saw a commercial for it, but it was just like a behind the scenes thing, and it was Jeremy Renner, and it said #Tag movie, and I was like, okay, it's not the same thing. So I clicked on it. All the hashtags were for that terrible movie that you love so much.
You clicked on it. You clicked on the hashtag.
Yeah. And there was none for like that tag. It was the other tag. But that movie does look funny. I mean, it's not something I'm going to go out to the theater and see, but it looks comical. I mean, have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Brian, have you?
For
The Tag, not the
No,
one.
wow.
Aaron, what's the synopsis of Tag?
I did see Renner had that movie.
It
not
is
your
based on a true story of a group of friends that have been playing tag for 30 years. Like every May they play tag. And in the movie they claim that Jeremy Renner has never been hit. And so they're all trying to get Jeremy Renner. And it looks fun.
That actually looks like it's a pretty decent movie.
Yeah, it'll be a good rental. Wow. No, Tim?
I mean, I've got this movie pass to go see movies for free, but nobody will go with me.
We're going next week. What are you talking about?
I know. You're not the only person though. I've tried to get my wife to go to the movies with me, my kid to go to the movies. Seriously, everybody's like, no, it's a free movie. No, I don't want to go to the movies.
We're going to next Thursday. We're going.
Say you're going to back out at the last.
I'm not going to back out.
Backing out.
Nope. So now that we've got all the new hot and exciting trailers out of the way, we're gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. But John, you have a special thing for us. Do you have a would you rather?
We do have a would you rather this evening.
Yes.
Yes, I know. Man, I can't really
This
talk.
is my favorite. Like, I get chills.
I know everybody does. Would you rather
Oh yeah.
have body odor that you can smell across the yard, or be just as hairy as a gorilla?
Man.
Well, other than my male pattern and baldness, I pretty much am. So I'm going to go with the gorilla.
Yeah, I would too.
I have like a real phobia about having body odor.
Yeah.
Like
I think most people do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not making fun, but I mean, there are some people that don't. Like, I don't care.
I don't
Most
go
people-
for stink. I mean,
Yeah.
sixth graders don't care if they stink. They're just.
Oh, there's quite a few adults that don't
there's
care if they
good.
stink
Oh, that's
either.
true. Yeah.
Sixth graders, as a professional,
As a professional,
Here we go.
as a professional sixth grader,
if there's any sixth graders listening anywhere out there,
use deodorant.
Axe is no substitute for deodorant. Just remember that.
There is nothing worse than body odor masked by Axe body spray.
Oh my goodness, you don't know.
Yesterday at the gym, apparently someone had a canister of Axe explode in the locker room, and like there's a bunch of kids that go to the gym, and I would expect that from them, but it wasn't them. They weren't there. It was grown men using copious amounts of Axe body spray.
Oh my
That stuff is
gosh.
nasty. I got a bottle of it upstairs.
Like
but
I
never
don't
use it.
like. I can't even like one spray and like I can't breathe.
It makes me nauseous.
I'm like gasping for air, dying. Like I couldn't imagine spraying that much on me. I would just. They would find me on the gym floor face down like Johnny in the Karate Kid trailer. Axe body spray right next to me.
Brian, you're not saying much. You're not an Axe fan, are you? We're not insulting you.
Oh.
I use a can a day. It's
Oh,
okay
so-
enough. No.
Well, it's to keep people out of your office. Is that what it is?
That's
Like,
right.
A whole can.
No,
It's
yeah.
kind of like a
You gotta
bug.
start at the toes and work your way all the way up.
It's like a bug bomb you set up in your office. Nobody will bug me. No pun intended. Like ninjas.
Do you
No,
go? Like,
I don't think I've ever.
Do you go up one leg and then back down?
You
the
go.
other?
You spray across
Oh.
as you go up.
Ah, I gotcha.
Yeah.
It's like
you want
crop
the, you want
dusting.
the exactly. You want the
All
spray
right.
better.
Well, thank you for tuning in. to us
Aaron,
this
we
week.
didn't ask Aaron.
Aaron, body odor or
Or
would
you didn't ask
body
John
hair?
either. Aaron doesn't use deodorant, so
Yeah, I don't wash my hair either. It messes up your natural balance of your hair if you use shampoo. So I go all natural.
my
John, you
gosh.
mentioned that you hate Axe body spray. Which one would you go with? The
body odor or hair.
I would definitely have to go with the body odor because I just don't want to.
you don't want the beard, do you?
I don't want the beard. No,
Gosh,
I don't want the beard.
just can't
So
handle
you
it.
would be okay with having body odor that like we'd be sitting right here going, "Oh my gosh, John, it's awful."
Well, I'd be better to be all like covered in hair every
You could
every
shave
inch.
it.
Yeah, you
Not
can
that
style
much.
It.
Not as a
Come
gorilla.
on.
Haven't you seen those caveman commercials from Geico from 10 years ago?
No,
not cool, man. Not cool.
That's good callback.
Thank you.
Well done, Charlie.
So, as I was saying before, I forgot that we had two other people at the podcast.
You
See what happens, Charlie, when you get a little bit of power. You just take over.
No, see what happens when you've had 10 hours of sleep in the past 2 days.
Although, John, I
That's-
gotta agree with you. As the other person in the room that couldn't grow a beard if their life depended on it, I don't know if I can handle that copious amount of hair.
yeah,
because
it would be
you've
weird.
not had it.
It'd be weird.
Yeah, exactly.
Once
I
you've
mean,
had this,
Because, well, it just doesn't grow on the chin. It doesn't grow on the chin. Now I'll have my little summer goatee thing going here in a couple months.
couple months. You've started on it now, right?
I'll start on it. I'll
Started
literally
on it?
start on it the 1st of May,
1st of May.
and I'll shave the sides off because it gets stringy,
Yeah, I know that.
and I'll shave that, and I'll shave up underneath my gobbler here because it gets all stringy,
Yeah.
and I'll leave the little shaggy
Me and John
Here,
are so alike
the
here.
soul patch, and then the mustache will go.
Is that why you guys are so close together or we're so close together?
Probably
That would make
because
sense.
Segregation.
well, yeah.
Is
I
there
mean,
hair segregation?
wow.
Aaron,
Dang.
Aaron, you can't grow a beard, but you can grow like a huge hairy
Fu Manchu.
Fu Manchu
I
thing,
got
right?
porg out there on this.
Yeah, it's actually kind of misleading. The goatee is. It's not as full as you think it is, but it grows so long you can't tell.
It's all the birds building the nest in there that make it look bigger, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
wow.
so far off.
Yeah.
Well, for the third time, thank you guys for listening on iTunes,
Wow.
SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, YouTube,
We're not on
Google Play.
We can never
Sorry,
be on Stitcher.
Sorry, Stitcher guys.
SoundCloud.
We're not on Stitcher.
Wherever else you can think
Smoke
of. those
signals.
two.
Why is
Ham
Stitcher
radio.
is Stitcher like for professionals or something?
You
Are
gotta
trying
have so
to
much. You gotta have so
imply
much
that we're not
listenership.
professionals.
I tried. Okay.
We talked about. Never mind. Sorry, Brent.
See you later, players.
Aaron.
But I.
Gosh.
And remember, never go for Aaron.